At the graduation photo shoot, I quietly slipped to the spot farthest from Serena. That photo I once desperately wanted, I no longer care. In my past life she was forced to marry me, and for 6 whole years I never got her love. Now I'm reborn, back to the day I was going to confess, and I walk away from it. I return the custom-made necklace I had prepared for the confession, then find my homeroom teacher to change me college application. The farther away I go, the less our paths will ever cross. My homeroom teacher takes me form and files it away, then says, "Go tell everyone in class." After the graduation photos, nobody leaves. Tonight we're having a farewell dinner. I nod, pass the message to the class president, and head to the schoolyard. Getting everyone into position takes nearly half an hour. Lily has that all-knowing look on her face. "Just watch," she says. "Liam is definitely going to end up right next to you. You hate being in photos, so this would basically be your first photo together. How could he pass up a chance like that?" Serena keeps her cool expression, acting like she doesn't care, but her eyes drift forward anyway. Today I haven't gone out of my way to talk to her. Before, I would have made up any excuse, buying her a drink, borrowing her pen, anything to get close to her. But today I stay perfectly still. What's wrong with her? Is she upset because I didn't wait for her on the way to school this morning? Fine. Since she always gets a birthday gift ready for herself every year, I'll let it slide. When she hands it to me, I'll open it right in front of her. But Lily hasn't even finished talking when Serena glances over at me. I'm leaning against Jay, standing as far from Serena as possible. Maybe someone pushed her over there. The words barely leave Lily's mouth when Serena feels the tension in the air drop several degrees. "Whatever," she says coldly. Right at that moment, a male classmate steps into the spot in front of Serena. "Liam, are you sure you want to stand here? Serena is all the way over there. You two are so far apart." Jay clearly notices too, and leans in quietly. "It's fine," I say. "Doesn't matter where I stand." The photographer calls out, "All right, everyone, we're starting. I'll count 1, 2, 3, and you all say cheese." As the photographer's voice fades, the photo is taken. Serena's gaze lands on me, on my wide, bright smile, and for some reason a flicker of irritation rises in her chest. Some close friends stick around to take extra photos with the photographer. Lily nudges Serena again. "Drop the Ice Queen act already. See that there? Are so many girls crowding around Liam, all wanting a photo with him? I'm telling you, given how much he likes you, he's definitely going to come find you for a photo. When he does, don't play hard to get." "Fine, I get it." Serena's mood lifts just a little. She deliberately positions herself somewhere obvious, just to wait for me to come invite her. Several guys ask to take photos with her, and she turns every single one down, all for me. But then she watches as girl after girl invites me for photos, and I say yes to all of them. Worse, I even go out of my way to invite our homeroom teacher for a shot, completely forgetting about her. Standing right beside Serena, Lily feels every shift in her mood. Serena is like a walking freezer. Wherever she goes, the air gets cold. Lily scrambles for something to say. "Maybe Liam's just shy. You know he's liked you for years. Don't get mad over something small. If you really want a photo, phones can take pictures anytime." Serena shoots her a cold look and walks away without a word. Once the photos are done, the class president rallies everyone for the farewell dinner. It's only now that everyone truly feels free. At the graduation party, the teachers sit at a separate table, and most students go over to toast them. In my past life, my eyes were only ever on Serena, always calculating when to confess, when to give her a gift. Now I pull Jay along and go toast the teachers myself. Since we chose the science track in our second year, these teachers have poured themselves into teaching us for 2 full years. By 9 o'clock, as the dinner winds down, Lily walks to the center of the room, grabs the mic and says, "Hey everyone, listen up. Today is the day we part ways. Today is our graduation day. And it's also Serena's 18th birthday. Let's all wish her a happy birthday. And if anyone has a confession to make or a gift to give, don't waste this moment." While she speaks, she keeps shooting exaggerated looks in my direction. I keep my head down, picking at my food, tapping my phone now and then. The room erupts. Everyone breaks into happy birthday. Serena's brow furrows slightly. She hates being in the spotlight like this, especially in front of everyone, and especially Liam. Not a single gesture. All through dinner, he sat as far from her as possible, and hasn't so much as glanced her way all night. She doesn't even know why she keeps tracking my every move, but somehow, everything I do gets under her skin. Right now, her mood has hit rock bottom. All the frustration she's been holding in all day finally reaches its breaking point. The dinner is nearly over now. The teachers have already left. Classmates around her are cheerfully singing happy birthday, and yet Liam couldn't care less. He won't even open his mouth to sing a single line, just sitting there on his phone. Her eyes burn with anger. The moment the last note fades, she stands and walks out. "Serena, wait for me. Slow down." Lily rushes after her. Jay turns to me worried. "She left. You okay?" I look up, genuinely puzzled. "Who left?" That's when Jay knows. I really don't care. We're all about to go our separate ways. Does anyone want to do a little performance for everyone, even just a song? The class president tries to keep the energy alive. Suddenly, I stand up and walk over to a girl nearby. "Can I borrow your guitar? I want to sing Childhood. I hope we all remember being 18 forever." No one has ever seen me put myself out there like this. Usually I just trail behind Serena. The room immediately starts chanting, "One song, one song." I sit down on a stool and let my fingers drift across the strings. The music flows out, soft and steady. I play and sing, my voice low and warm. When the last note fades, the room fills with applause. I smile quietly and give a little bow with the guitar in my arms. Some classmates capture the moment on their phone and post it to the class group chat. By now, Lily and Serena are already in the car heading home. Lily sees the video the moment it drops. She hits play, and my voice pours out of her phone, and she can't help herself. Oh my god, Liam's voice is incredible. I've known him all this time and I had no idea he could play guitar and sing like that. That was so heartfelt. When the song ends, Lily is still buzzing. Serena, put the game down. Check the group chat. Am I crazy or is he doing this on purpose to get to you? The old Liam never would have gotten up in front of that many people to sing. Serena was already annoyed. And at that, her in-game character dies on the spot. She slams the controller down in frustration. Why? Do you keep bringing up Liam every 5 seconds? Do you like him or something? Whatever he does from now on has nothing to do with me. Don't mention him in front of me. Today is her birthday, and Liam didn't even bother with the gift. Didn't even come back home with her, treating her like she doesn't exist. So why should she care about him at all? I'm going to sleep. Do whatever you want. Left alone in the living room, Lily finds nothing to do and heads home. At 10:30 that night, the farewell dinner finally wraps up. I get Jay into a cab first, we wave goodbye, then say my farewells to the rest of the classmates and slowly start walking toward the SU family villa. A girl from class happens to be going the same way. Nervously, she offers to walk me home. In my past life I would have said no, afraid of what Serena might think, but now I just smile and nod. Thank you. Is it out of your way? She shakes her head shyly. Not at all. A few extra minutes is nothing. I thank her warmly. We walk in the same direction, one step apart. Half an hour later, we arrive at the SU family villa. I say goodbye. Thanks. I'm home. Be safe on the way back. She doesn't move right away. It looks like she's been building up to something for a while, and finally finds the courage. I've liked you for a long time. Maybe you never noticed me, but my feelings are real. I know you like someone else, but I hope you'll always be happy. My tears fall before I can stop them. So someone does like me. Serena not liking me. That's not my fault. I am someone worth loving. Thank you. My voice cracks. You're the first person who's ever confessed to me. I really mean it. Thank you for liking me. You reminded me that I'm worth it. She never expected that a simple confession would make me cry like this. She fumbles for a tissue and presses it into my hands. Hey, you're amazing, you know that? You're the dream guy for so many girls. So many girls like you and would never say a word. Liam, you're genuinely wonderful. It took everything I had to say this tonight. If not for tonight, I might have taken this feeling to my grave. Thank you for giving me this chance. I wipe my eyes and smile. A real one. Thank you. What's your name? Let's stay in touch. Maybe hang out sometime. She's completely caught off guard and immediately gives me her name and number. We exchange contacts. She leaves with a huge smile. I watch her go, not noticing the figure standing in the shadows on the second floor balcony, watching every second of it. Serena stares down at me with a cold, mocking smile. She's replayed the video of me singing God knows how many times. She's been up here waiting this whole time, and all she gets to see is me laughing and adding some girl on WeChat. So this is what your love looks like, Serena thinks icily. How cheap. Today is my 18th birthday, the most important day, and you ignored me all day. Now you're out here smiling with a girl who confessed to you. Liam, you really can't go a day without a girl around you, can you? Don't come crawling back. Only after I step inside does Serena finally move to her own room. If he comes back with a birthday gift, she thinks she'll let it go. This is his one chance, or she's done letting him trail behind her. The minutes tick by. She checks and checks again that her bedroom door isn't locked. But by 11:30 at night, I still haven't come. Serena finally pushes herself up and opens the door. Downstairs, all the lights are off, except for a dim light in the kitchen. Aunt Wu had just woken from a short sleep. She hears movement and comes out to check, surprised to find Serena awake. Miss Serena, why are you still up? There's a cake in the fridge. Your father left it for you. Would you like some? Serena shakes her head. Where's Liam? Aunt Wu stifles a yawn. Young Master Liam came home and went straight to his room. He's probably asleep by now. Do you need him? Should I go wake him? Aunt Wu, too drowsy to notice Serena's expression, keeps talking, and with every word Serena's face grows darker, her voice dropping several degrees colder. No, I'll have some cake. She goes to the fridge herself. Still half asleep, Aunt Wu doesn't quite register the mood. She just senses something is off with the young Miss and adds gently, Miss Serena, it's sweet. Don't eat too much at this hour. Get some rest. Serena almost laughs at herself. She turned down her friend's party. She turned down her family's gathering. All she wanted was to wait. Wait for me, for a birthday gift, for something. But the entire day passed and I didn't say a single word to her. Not even happy birthday. And then there I was, laughing and carrying on with another girl. She's furious. Beyond furious. The kind of angry that can't be smoothed over. Not by anyone. From this moment on, your spot as my personal shadow is gone. Unless you come and make it right first, I'm done with you. And so a certain tsundere ice queen, furious and restless, tosses and turns all night, unable to sleep. The next morning I finish breakfast and head out. Aunt Wu hesitates. Young Master Liam, aren't you going to wait for Miss Serena? You two are always together. I smile and explain, Aunt Wu, I've got things to do today. We're adults now. If we're always stuck together, people will start to talk. Aunt Wu frowns. Last night, past 11, Miss Serena got up and had some cake. I thought she didn't like sweets. I shrug. Maybe she was in the mood. I don't pretend to understand how she thinks. She doesn't dislike sweets in general. She just never liked the ones I made. I'd finally seen that clearly. I've barely stepped outside when Serena wakes up. She sits down at the table and finds herself completely alone. Aunt Wu, where's Liam? It's already 9 o'clock. Is he still in bed? She sounds annoyed, like he thinks he's some honored guest who needs to be waited on at breakfast. Aunt Wu had been watering the garden, and here's Serena's question. She sets down her watering can and comes inside. Miss Serena, young Master Liam already ate and left. Serena lets out an incredulous laugh. He's gone. It's barely the start of break. Where could he possibly be? Aunt Wu shakes her head. He didn't say, Miss Serena, but he looked very sharp today. Very happy, too. Something good must be happening. Serena suddenly finds her bread impossible to swallow. Liam, you really outdid yourself this time. No more waiting for her at breakfast, not even a word before leaving. The thought that I might be on a date with the girl from last night, it sits like a stone in Serena's chest, pressing harder by the second. She forces herself to finish the milk and sets the glass down hard. Miss Serena, are you all right? Are you feeling unwell? Should I call a doctor? Aunt Wu lingers, waiting for instructions. She's never seen Miss Serena this worked up. The young miss is usually cool and distant, but rarely loses her temper like this. I'm fine. Serena's voice is flat and clipped. Did he say anything when he left? Did he ask about me? Aunt Wu shakes her head. No. Young Master Liam knows you're not very fond of him, always following you around. He's probably decided to stop bothering you. If anything, congratulations, Miss Serena. You've finally gotten the peace and quiet you always wanted. Aunt Wu ventures carefully. Serena stares at her in disbelief. So you knew I didn't like him, and now you think I should just be happy about this? Aunt Wu senses something is off with Miss Serena today. She never asks this many questions, and she certainly never talks like this. Miss Serena, everyone in the Su household knows you've never been close with young Master Liam. Over time, he must have seen it clearly, that you'll never feel the same way, so he's decided to stop liking you. That's only natural. Alright, I get it, go on. Serena ends the conversation, but the weight in her chest only grows heavier, so in everyone else's eyes, she's always come across as someone who despises Liam. And now Liam is giving up, fresh out of high school, already pulling away. Maybe that's for the best. She can finally be free of him. With that thought, she calls Lily to go shopping. Gaming is more fun at an internet cafe anyway. Lily is surprised. She didn't expect Serena to cool off this fast, let alone reach out to hang out. She drives over to the Su villa, glances around. Where's Liam? Is he not coming? He's not coming. Serena gives her a light smack on the head. Why do you keep bringing up Liam? Don't tell me you actually like him because you seem more invested than I am. Lily rubs her nose awkwardly. You're joking. I just got used to seeing him behind you. Where is he though? Really not joining us? Serena shrugs, unbothered. He already left. Who knows which girl he's out with. Let's go. Hearing that, Lily drops the subject. I step off the bus and head toward the shop address from yesterday. As soon as I walk in, a staff member greets me and goes to get the store manager. We talked a lot yesterday. Today we're practically old acquaintances. Are you really sure you want to return it? This piece? It carries so much of your heart. Once it's gone, there's no taking it back. The store manager makes sure to warn me. She knows this necklace had a 3-month wait just for the reservation. For a customer to plan that far ahead for a custom piece, that's real dedication. I nod, my voice steady. I've made up my mind. The person I wanted to give this to, she's no longer someone I'm thinking about, so there's no point keeping it. The store manager doesn't push. A custom piece this valuable, and you're the one initiating the return. I understand your situation. In that case, we're happy to buy it back at 70% of the original price. Thank you for your support. I hadn't expected that. I nod quickly, grateful. Thank you so much. Wishing your shop all the best. I won't lie. This money means a lot to me right now. The store manager takes the necklace with a smile. I'm not the owner, just the manager. The owner approved this. Give me a moment. I'll go take care of it. I nod. 10 minutes later, 35,000 yuan lands in my account. I thank the store manager again and wander out onto the street. 2 months of break, I should be earning something. Eventually, I spot a bubble tea shop with a hiring sign. There, taking on summer temps. After a quick chat with the manager, we settle on 20 yuan an hour. Not bad for someone without a diploma. I start right away. The girl working alongside me is also a recent grad doing summer work. Of all people, it's the same girl who walked me home last night. I didn't expect to see you here. Liam, don't you live in that gated neighborhood? Do you really need to work a part-time job? She asks. I shake my head with a smile. You've got the wrong idea. I only live there, it's not my home, I'm an orphan, no parents. Thanks for having me these next 2 months. The girl, Evie, is incredibly shy. She looks mortified. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to bring up something painful. I had no idea. If you ever need anything, please just ask. I shrug it off. It's fine. I've been an orphan my whole life. I'm used to it. I don't even know why my parents left me. Honestly, they're strangers to me. In my past life, a woman had come looking for me, but I refused to leave Serena behind. I gave up the chance to go back to them. Growing up in an orphanage, I stopped needing family a long time ago. The two of us talk and work. The time flies. We grab lunch together. And by 9 that night when our shift ends, Evie walks me home again. And that's exactly when Serena sees us. She's been waiting in the garden, stone-faced, watching the gate. The moment she sees me, she sneers. Finally tore yourself away from your little girlfriend? Why didn't you just go home with her? I don't need to turn around. I already know that voice. I've been reborn 10 years into the past, and my heart is working, slowly, to let her go. She is the woman I loved for so long. Every part of me, every cell in my body, once loved her. And if she hadn't hurt me so deeply in my past life, I wouldn't want to give her up at all. She was my salvation once, but the wounds she left were the deepest of of all, she gave me openly to push me into a darker place than I'd ever known. There's so much I want to ask her. Why she didn't answer my call that day. Why she was carrying another man's child. Why she never loved me, yet humiliated me again and again. But she's not the same person from my past life. I am still the man who remembers everything, and so we can never be. Miss Sue, is there something you need? Go ahead. I speak with complete calm, my distance as wide as if she were simply someone I owed courtesy to. Serena leans against the garden railing, her brow creased. I'm calling her Miss Sue now. Before, I used to follow her everywhere and shamelessly call her Serena for 3 whole years, and now, without warning, that changes. She used to be so sure I loved her. Serena feels something drop in her chest. When she first saw me walking back with that girl, she hadn't thought much of it. She knew I had worked myself to the bone just to attend the same university as her. How could there be room in my heart for anyone else? But right now, looking into my eyes, she sees nothing. Just a calm, dark stillness. Before, all she had to do was glance back and she'd catch it in my bright eyes. That undeniable longing, that quiet need. Could Aunt Wu have been right? That Liam no longer loves her? That he stopped chasing her, which is why he forgot her birthday. Gave her nothing, didn't call once all day, and deliberately kept his distance? If she hadn't come out here to wait, would he have gone on avoiding her forever? More Serena thinks. The angrier she gets, her chest tight and burning, like something hot is lodged inside and can't get out. She was out with Lily all day, sure, but her mind never left me for a second. She kept glancing at her phone, terrified of missing a message from me. She came home early, at 4 in the afternoon, and waited until now. And what did she get? She keeps her posture loose, effortlessly elegant, but her voice carries a sharpness she can't quite hide. Oh, so now you call me Miss Sue. Weren't you calling me Serena all through high school? I don't take the bait. Instead, without thinking, I step back, putting more space between us. My voice stays even. That was when I was young and didn't know better. It won't happen again. Is there anything else, Miss Sue? If not, I'll be heading in. That single step back completely sets Serena off. She lets out a cold laugh, forcing down the surge of feeling. Miss Sue, look at that. Fine then, go make me a bowl of noodles. I'm hungry. What she really can't stand is how I stepped away. She just needs an excuse to keep me here a little longer. But her pride won't let her say anything soft, so she hides her unease behind a command. I give a small nod and turn toward the kitchen. In my past life, I spent 4 years cooking for her. I knew exactly what she loved and hated. No green onions, no ginger, no vinegar, allergic to mango. I knew everything about her, and she knew nothing about me. To her, I was just a worthless shadow. Not worth a single moment off her energy to understand. But that's fine. When I finally leave for good, she'll let go without a fight. 5 minutes later, I come out carrying a steaming bowl of noodles, a poached egg on top, a slice of ham on the side. I set it down gently in front of her. Miss Sue, please eat. I'll be heading to bed now. Serena suddenly reaches out and grabs my wrist. The warmth of her fingertips makes me go still. Where? Do you think you're going? Her voice is deliberately firm. You're just going to leave me to wash the bowl myself? The truth is, she just wants me to stay a little longer, even in silence. She had braced herself for bad noodles since I'd barely ever cooked it before, but when she lifts a chopstick full and takes a bite, a familiar yet surprising warmth fills her mouth, even better than Aunt Wu's cooking. She blinks, and before she can stop herself, I didn't know you could cook like this. Hidden inside those words is a compliment she doesn't even realize she's given. I smile, but there's a trace of bitterness in my eyes. In my past life, everything I cooked to make her like me just a little more. Back then, I'd cook 10 meals and she'd barely touch one. Always not good. It turns out it wasn't my cooking that was the problem. She just never wanted anything I made. And now finally, she says it's good. Does that count for something? But the moment I think of everything from my past life, my heart fills with that same feeling, like 1,000 tiny needles pressing in from every side. Done eating? I'll go wash up. I pull my hand back, my voice flat. In such a hurry? Serena's grip on the chopsticks tightens. She just wants a few more minutes, even a few more words. I don't answer. I look down and open my phone, scrolling lightly. Serena glances up and catches a hint of a smile at the corner of my mouth. It irritates her more than it should. Is he texting that girl? No. She has to put a stop to this. We're going back to Beijing tomorrow. We've graduated. Our universities are there anyway. Serena grips her chopsticks tight, fighting to keep her temper in check, but her voice leaves no room for argument. I'm surprised. In my past life, we didn't go back to Beijing at this point. I push back instinctively. Can I stay? I still have things to do here. Why don't you, Aunt Wu, go ahead? Besides, my university isn't in Beijing. It's far from there. I genuinely don't understand what's gotten into her. She's always cold and hard to read, but random outbursts like this are unusual. This isn't up for discussion. You don't get a say. Serena's voice drops a few degrees. If you have things to deal with, tell me. I'll handle them. The noodles suddenly feel impossible to finish. Is Liam refusing to go back to Beijing because of that girl? But today I hold my ground. Miss Sue, I'll speak to Grandpa Sue myself. I'm staying. A sharp crack. Serena slams her chopsticks down on the table. Her voice is ice and venom. Liam, you really can't function without a woman around, can you? She confessed yesterday, and today you can't live without her. I heard words like this from her countless times in my past life, but hearing it again, it still hits like a hammer to the chest, shaking something deep inside. What did I ever do to deserve being humiliated like this? She's clearly not going to finish the noodles. noodles. I push down the sting behind my eyes, keep my face calm, pick the chopsticks up off the floor, take the bowl, and walk to the kitchen. The rush of running water is just enough to drown out the sound I can't hold back. The moment those words leave Serena's mouth, she regrets them. She's just so angry, so terrified of losing, that she said the first thing that came out. Between them, the tension has been building like a storm for too long, and it finally breaks tonight. The thought that I might actually be pulling away for another girl. She loses all control. She wants to apologize, but seeing me still standing there, completely unbothered, the words stick in her throat. 5 minutes pass. The water stops. She still hasn't found the right moment, and then she sees me set down the bowl and turn to leave. Serena rushes forward and grabs my wrist. Wait, I pull free of her grip, turning my back to her. There's the faintest tremor in my voice. Miss Sue, I understand what you mean. Since you find me so unbearable, I'll speak to Grandpa Sue. From now on, we keep our distance. It's better for both of us. I don't turn around, afraid that if she sees my reddened eyes, the last of my composure will crumble, and she'll only think less of me. The apology dies in Serena's throat. She stares at my retreating back, the weight in her chest pressing harder. Her voice goes cold. Liam, well played. If this is what you want, then so be it. She had already started to bow her head, ready to say sorry, but I didn't seem to want it at all. The pain in her chest sharpens. She watches me climb the stairs without a single glance back, and in the end, she says nothing more. Aunt Wu hears the door shut with a bang, hurries out, and sees me heading upstairs alone. Young Master Liam, where's Miss Serena? Did you two have a fight? I shake my head. My voice is quiet. What right do I have to fight with Miss Sue? Aunt Wu, would you call Lily? Miss Serena is closest to her. Maybe she went to find her. Aunt Wu was sent by Grandpa Sue himself, assigned to look after both Serena and me day to day. 3 years without any trouble, and now, right after graduation, something has clearly gone wrong. At her age, she can't begin to understand the way young people think, but Miss Serena's safety always comes first. Watching me disappear up the stairs, Aunt Wu only grows more puzzled. Young Master Liam always worried about Miss Serena. So why is he just walking away without a word? What on earth is going on? I go to my room. Today wasn't even tiring, but this argument with Serena has drained me completely. If I could, I'd leave the SU family villa right now. If only, that summer when I graduated middle school, I hadn't jumped into that river to save her. We never would have crossed paths, and none of this pain would ever have happened. I think of the orphanage where I grew up, and a thought takes shape. I should go back and visit. Director Mom always took such good care of me. The next morning, I'm up at 6:30. Aunt Wu already has breakfast ready. She's surprised to see me up so early. Young Master Liam, it's summer break. Why are you up so early? I sit down at the table and eat quietly. I've got something to do. I'll be heading out soon. Aunt Wu, your cooking gets better every time. Thank you. Aunt Wu beams at the compliment and her whole mood lifts. She can't help going on a little. As long as you enjoy it. You used to skip breakfast so often, I worried it wasn't to your taste. You're already so slim, no need to diet. A handsome young man like you, who wouldn't like you? She pauses, then lowers her voice with a grumble. It's just Miss Serena, always so cold, never talks much, and these past 2 days have been even worse. Flying off the handle at nothing. These old bones of mine can barely take it. I stayed up until 11 last night waiting to hear from her. I miss the way things used to be. Back when you were always by Miss Serena's side, she was so much easier then. I listen but don't respond. Finish the kanji in silence and head out. The moment I sit down on the bus, my phone rings. It's my homeroom teacher. Liam, here's the situation. I have 2 college applications from you. One for Qingbei University, one for Wabe University. I need to confirm one last time. Which one do you want? With your scores, honestly, I'm hoping you'll choose Qingbei. It's the best there is. My voice travels through the phone, steady and calm, almost distant. Teacher, thank you. That was probably my mistake when I submitted. I must have included an extra copy, but I've made up my mind. It's Wabe University. Please go ahead and shred the Qingbei application. I'm sorry for the trouble. My homeroom teacher laughs, warmly. It's a good thing you know your own mind, Liam. As long as you're sure you'll shine wherever you go. I've got a lot on my plate right now. We'll leave it at that. I hang up and watch the streets blur past the window, and I can't help but smile. Something has finally changed. Right now, all I want is to get as far from Serena as possible, go somewhere she isn't, and become who I was always meant to be. Meanwhile, in the school office, teachers sort through student files and chat among themselves. The class president and academic rep have been drafted in to help. My homeroom teacher Hang Zupan pulls out my Qingbei University application, handing it to the class president. Tear this up. There's real regret in her voice. What? A waste of talent. 60 students in our class, and he's the only one going somewhere this far away. The class president's hand stills. Didn't Liam used to be really close with Serena? Why isn't he following her to the same school? Something churns inside him. This is huge. Everyone in class knows Liam has been Serena's personal shadow. From first year to third year, 3 straight years, the two of them practically inseparable. And that Liam likes Serena, that's known by the whole school. Now, out of nowhere, Liam has changed his application, choosing a university all the way from Beijing. If Serena finds out, the fallout doesn't bear thinking about. It's going to be chaos. Over the next few days, I leave early and come home late, deliberately avoiding Serena. And it works. We don't run into each other once. I feel a quiet relief. Fighting with Serena exhausts me in ways nothing else does. But then again, it's not like there's anything real left to fight over. We don't even have a real relationship anymore. I just hope Serena goes back to Beijing soon, so we can finally put real distance between us. My next day off, I'd already made made plans with Jay to catch a movie. When I wake up, I stretch out long and sit up. The sunlight outside is gorgeous, and my mood lifts with it. Finally, a day just to breathe. I take the bus to the biggest bookstore downtown, looking for books on perfumery to get a head start. Once I find something, I settle into a window seat and read in the quiet. Soft light falls like gauze through the glass, landing on my face, already fine-featured, making it look even more striking. I shift slightly, letting the light catch the pages just right. Those bright eyes, clear as water, like two gems set into a sculpted face, are calm and quietly radiant. Just then a girl walks into the bookstore and spots me by the window in an instant. She can't help it. She pulls out her phone and quietly captures the moment, then posts it to the school alumni group chat with the caption, "I think I just found the one." The chat explodes instantly. Her friends pile in, "Oh wow, this is literally my dream guy. Who is he? He's so handsome, I'm claiming him. I think I'm in love. Does anyone have his contact? How is he this good looking? What school is he from? How did I never notice him before? Someone drop his name in class. I'm heading to that bookstore right now." The messages keep flooding in, and someone even saves the photo as their phone wallpaper. Meanwhile, Lily is out helping Serena practice driving. Her phone won't stop buzzing, annoying enough that she finally opens the chat and scrolls up. When she sees the photo of Liam, she lets out a low whistle and hurries over to Serena, who's still behind the wheel. "Serena, check the group chat. You might want to handle this." Serena has just pulled up to the end of the course. She grabs a water bottle and takes a sip, unbothered. "What could possibly need me to handle? Just deal with it yourself." Lately, she's felt like she lost herself these past few days, so she threw herself into driving practice to stay occupied, slipping back into that familiar, distant, untouchable version of herself. If Liam doesn't care about her, why should she keep holding on? "I want to step in, but he's not mine to manage." Lily holds out the phone with a grin. "If I handle it myself, you'll probably get mad at me. But honestly, I'm only just realizing how good-looking Liam's gotten." She doesn't finish the sentence before Serena smacks her on the head. "Watch your mouth." Serena's expression darkens. "Don't mention his name in front of me again. He has nothing to do with me. Nothing." She turns and gets back behind the wheel, ready to do another lap. Lily, long used to Serena saying one thing and meaning another, deliberately reads the chat out loud. "Oh, so his name is Liam. He's so good looking. I'm heading to the bookstore to get his number right now. My dream guy is too gorgeous. The bookstore, right? I'm on my way." The words are barely out before Serena freezes. She finally grabs Lily's phone and scrolls through, one message at a time, until her eyes stop on the photo. "I'm just wearing a casual blue jacket and jeans, but there's a brightness about me she's never seen before. Like I'm more alive than I've ever been. The truth is, I've always looked this way. I just used to walk behind her, head down, hesitant, so everyone simply overlooked me." Serena's expression grows darker by the second. Her fingers fly across the screen. She drops a message in the group chat, one that lands like a warning shot. "Everyone delete that photo of Liam. Now, this is a violation of his right to privacy and image. Delete it or face the consequences, and I have no problem sending a lawyer after each and every one of you." The chat goes silent instantly. Everyone knows Serena Sue is the daughter of one of Beijing's most powerful families, not someone any of them want to cross. She never bothers with the alumni group chat. This is the first time she's spoken up in it, and it's to protect Liam. A few seconds pass, and a few quiet messages sneak in. "Oh wow, Serena is something else. I want to be Liam right now. Imagine having someone like that in your corner. Too bad I'm a girl, otherwise I'd want her protecting me too." Lily watches the whole thing from the side, barely holding back her laughter. "You know, that was quite the power move. If Liam finds out, he's going to be so touched. What if I find a way to quietly let him know?" Serena doesn't object. So Lily springs into action. She's well connected at their school, and quickly gets in touch with Jay, asking him to pass the news to me. The moment Jay finds me, he's fired up. "Those girls are unbelievable. Do they not realize how uncomfortable this is for you? Posting your photo in a group chat like that? If Serena hadn't spoken up, who knows where that photo would have ended up? Just thinking about it makes me sick." I just turn another page, calm as ever. I slide a large bubble tea across the table to Jay. "Relax. Have some tea and calm down." Jay takes a long sip, then keeps going. "Honestly though, I never would have guessed. When it counts, Serena actually comes through. Does she like you? Looks like 3 years of effort finally paid off." "Stop. Just stop." I cut him off, firm. "She is never, not in this lifetime, going to like me. Stop talking yourself into a fantasy. I woke up a long time ago. Don't mention her name around me again." "Liam, but she did something huge for you. Are you really just going to act like it didn't happen?" Jay frowns. "A fair question." I give a quiet smile and close the book. "I spent 3 years liking her. Gave everything I had. One good thing she does, call it even." Jay stares at me. "Have you really let go, Liam? You're different. You seem lighter than before. You have to keep moving forward." I smile, tuck the book into my bag. "Come on. It's almost 10. Movie's about to start. I'm getting this perfumery book." Jay stands up and heads to the entrance to wait. But the moment he gets there, Lily's voice rings out. "Jay, what a coincidence. Running into you here. Are you here alone?" Jay turns and sees Lily. And behind her, Serena, cool as ever. He immediately thinks of what I just said. Knowing I don't want to see Serena, he has no choice but to bluff. "Yeah, just me. What a coincidence. You're here for books too?" His voice is stiff, eyes slightly off. Lily raises an eyebrow, clearly not buying it, but doesn't call it out. Instead, she smiles and says, "Oh really? Would I have the honor of treating you to KFC?" She was practically dragged here by Serena. Her mission, win Jay over and create a chance for Serena to run into Liam. Jay is panicking inside. Liam is still at the register. If he walks out and sees Serena, it's bound to turn ugly again. He forces himself to say no. "Sorry, I'm off to catch a movie. You two must be busy. Wouldn't want to get in the way. We're heading different directions. Please, Liam, he silently begs. Don't come out yet. We're not busy at all. Lily jumps in immediately, ignoring the brush off entirely. Oh, you're seeing a movie. Perfect. We're free too. Let's all go. After the movie we grab KFC, and then we could hit Ocean Park in the afternoon, or the haunted house if you're feeling brave. Jay has never met someone with this level of nerve, and he snaps. I said it's not a good time. Do whatever you want. Lily immediately clamps a hand over his mouth, drops her voice low. Shh, I'll cover everything. You just eat and enjoy. One ticket to Ocean Park is 699 yuan, and you've been wanting to go for ages, but never wanted to spend the money, right? That hits Jay right where it hurts. He really has been wanting to go, just couldn't bring himself to spend the money on a ticket. He hesitates for a moment, then surrenders completely to the promise of a free day out. He hedges awkwardly. You meant all that? You'll buy the Ocean Park tickets? Of course I meant it. Everything's on me. Lily pats her chest, then casually slips in. Oh, by the way, what time is your movie? What seats? We'll just meet you inside. That way Liam won't suspect a thing. Pretty smooth, right? Jay has to hand it to Lily. She's flipped him in minutes. He gives in with a nod. Fine. We got the 10:30 showing. Middle section, seats 7 and 8. Not long after, I finish paying and step out of the bookstore, finding only Jay at the entrance. Why are you just standing here? I didn't see you inside. Thought you'd already headed over. Anyway, what's the movie? Are we still in time? Jay pulls himself together and gives me a reassuring smile. We're good. I just ran into someone I know. 10:30 showing. We've got time to grab popcorn. Let's go. We head to the theater side by side, get our ticket scanned, and walk in. I find my seat from the stub, and the moment I sit, someone takes the seat right beside me. The lights are dim inside. I don't look closely enough to notice who it is. Today's film is the classic A Chinese Odyssey. I'm pulled in immediately. I've seen it so many times, and it still gets to me. In A Chinese Odyssey, there was once a love, pure and real, that was not treasured, lost before it was understood. If I could do it over, I would say, I love you for 10,000 years. That line, the one that always breaks me. But if I could do it over, I wouldn't go back. Not this time. The tears fall anyway, quietly, one by one. By the time the credits roll, I still haven't pulled myself out of it. And I never noticed. The person sitting beside me the whole time was Serena. She watches me cry through most of the film. She wants to hand me a tissue, but she's afraid I'll pull away. She wants to tell me not to cry, wants to remind me it's only fiction, but she doesn't want to break the moment. For over an hour, every bit of her attention is on me. And in this moment, she realizes, I cry. I really cry. By the time we step outside, I finally pull myself together. Sorry about that. I was completely lost in it. That movie just gets to me. I say it a little awkwardly. The truth is, I was thinking about myself, loving someone who would never love me back. What a waste. Jay waves it off, guilt in his eyes. It's fine. You hungry? Let's get something to eat. I'm in no mood to say no. You pick the place. My treat. Jay has already worked it out with Lily on his phone. They'll stage a run-in at KFC, have a meal together, and then all head to Ocean Park. Jay leads me to the KF Crate near the theater, just 5 minutes away. But today the place is packed. Just as I'm about to suggest somewhere else, Lily waves us over. What a coincidence. We're here too. Want to sit together? I spot Serena a few seats away and instinctively say, no thanks. Jay gives me the most pitiful look. You know how long I've been craving KFC. If you hadn't taken so long at the theater, we wouldn't even be in this situation. No table, and now you don't want me to sit here either. You're actually torturing me. The words die in my throat. I smile. Stiffly. Sorry. To impose. Barely out of my mouth, Lily is already pulling me into the seat across from Serena. Long legs, no room to stretch. She looks completely out of place in a KFC. Lily and Jay are on the move, heading to the counter, coming back with a bucket of fried chicken, then soft serve ice cream. Lily is thinking, what exactly is she getting out of this? She's the one ending up miserable, paying for everything, running around. All for them. Once everything's on the table, I take one burger and a cola. That's it. There's so much more. Why are you stopping? Lily asks between bites of a drumstick. Not hungry, I say lightly, with a walking refrigerator sitting across from me. Who could eat? She's giving off that everyone owes her something energy. So what are you two doing after this? Lily tries to keep things moving. Jay acts casual. We were thinking Ocean Park this afternoon. Go see the pufferfish. You two want to join? I shake my head with a smile, already knowing there is no way Serena would go to Ocean Park with us. She'd definitely say something like, that place sounds incredibly boring and I want no part of it. But Lily nods eagerly. Yes, we've never been. This is perfect. She elbows Serena. Right? Say something. You in? Serena's whole presence is wrong for this setting. She looks nothing like someone who eats at KFC. She wipes her hands with practiced grace. Sure, why not? Not like I have anything better to do. You sound so thrilled. Why even bother? I glance at Jay. Actually, maybe we push it. Something came up for me today. Jay stares at me with wide eyes. Are you even my friend? You know, I've wanted to go to Ocean Park since second year of high school. How can you do this to me? Who knows when we'll get another chance? I can't wait until I graduate from university just to finally make this happen. I think about the fact that we're going to be apart soon. Maybe for good. I nod. All right, let's go. Serena and Lily hadn't expected that to work. Serena gets what she came for, but she doesn't feel good about it. Because the way I treat Jay, it makes her jealous. That used to be how I was with her. But today, with her right here, I haven't said a single word to her. Not even a glance. Ocean Park is on the outskirts of the city, so Lily drives us out. Jay, reading the room perfectly, takes the front passenger seat. I end up in the back seat next to Serena. Awkward. We used to share rides all the time. Now it feels strange, almost surreal, that we're going to Ocean Park together. Who is Serena Sue, really? The kind of person who goes to Ocean Park out of boredom? Her schedule is packed. Her money is endless. She never spared me a single hour. Now I understand. It was never that she had no time. She just had no time to waste on me. I stare out the window, lost in thought. Lily feels the tension in the car rising and tries to start a conversation. Liam, haven't seen you around lately. What have you been up to? I come back to the moment and smile. Working, at a bubble tea shop. The break is long. Might as well do something. Lily clearly wasn't expecting that. Is it hard work? If you really want to earn some money, I can get you in my family's company. Office work, good pay, nothing too demanding. An actual desk job. I shake my head. Thanks, but I actually like where I am. Next time I'm in, I'll make you a drink. Lily accepts with a strained smile, thinking privately that she'd rather not have started this conversation. Jay picks up the thread. Liam, when's your next day off? Any plans? I don't really want to answer, but the silence feels worse. Probably in a week. Nothing planned yet. That's not entirely true. I already know I want to go back to the orphanage, to see Director Mom and the kids, but I want to go alone, especially without Serena knowing. As we talk, Ocean Park comes into view. We pile out of the car. Lily already bought group discount tickets online. Cheaper that way, she says. We're classmates, don't be polite about it. She was talking to me, since the other two never bother being polite. I send her 699 yuan anyway. We're not close enough for me to accept freebies. It stings a little to spend it, but there aren't many chances left to be here with Jay. Once I leave, he'll find out I didn't go to Qingbei, and he'll probably be upset. I never expected to share a day like this with Serena again. Maybe it makes up for what we never had in the past life. Jay immediately gets drawn in by the sea creatures everywhere and has me take photo after photo. Lily, sharp as always, quietly appoints herself photographer and keeps finding moments to get Serena and me in the same frame. In the end, I do take one photo with Serena. Lily is very proud of herself. She finally pulled it off, making up for the graduation photo that never happened. The four of us flag down a passing stranger for a group shot. Jay and I leave with a full camera roll. By the time we're done, it's already 6 in the evening. The four of us walk out of Ocean Park. Lily says, "It's late. Everyone's hungry and tired. Let's get dinner first and I'll drive everyone home after." Serena doesn't object. Whatever Lily suggests, she seems to go along with. I'm a little confused. When did the great Miss Sue become this easy to deal with? Jay raises both hands. I am starving. I could eat an elephant right now. I have no objection either. We've been together all day. It would be weird to suddenly say no. Lily brings us to a private restaurant she knows. The lobster here is incredible. You're in for a treat tonight. When it comes to food and fun, Lily is self-taught and unstoppable. She waves her hand at the menu and orders 50 pounds of lobster, 10 pounds of beef. Order whatever else you want. And speak up if you have any dietary restrictions. Lily thinks of everything and somehow makes everyone feel at ease. I shrug. No complaints. Serena doesn't eat spicy food, and she hates peeling lobster. Not my concern anymore. But Lily's choices suit me perfectly, and the food arrives quickly. By now I'm hungry too, so I focus on my own plate and don't spare Serena a glance. She stares at the lobster in front of her, visibly irritated. Probably only I could read what's really behind her eyes, that quiet frustration. Fortunately, Lily ordered other dishes too, so Serena has something to work with. But almost everything here is bold and heavy. Every dish loaded with garlic, onion, and cilantro. In the past, I would have told the server exactly what Serena likes, but not anymore. She won't even open her mouth, so why should I bother? The four of them sit down to eat, and Serena is the only one with a cold face. The other three enjoy the meal. On the way back, they drop Jay off first, leaving just me and Serena. In all this time, this is the first time Serena has ever walked home with me. After Lily drives off on her own, I lead the way and Serena follows me into the villa. Why are you working a part-time job? If you needed money, why didn't you just tell me? That's the first thing she said to me all day. I stop and turn to face her. It's not about money, I say. I just want to experience real life. You've never understood how I live. We come from different worlds, completely different worlds. Quit the job. If you really want to work, I can arrange something for you, Serena says, convinced she's doing me a favor. I shake my head. Thanks, Miss Sue, but I actually like this job. I turn to go upstairs. I'm tired. Good night. Serena watches me walk away, her brow pulling tighter. She's doing this for him, so why does he still look so impatient? Why won't he just go along with her like he used to? Does he not like her anymore? Just then her phone rings. She glances at the screen. It's Grandpa Sue. Her voice instantly warms. Grandpa, you're still up? Just finished my medicine, was about to lie down, he says with a chuckle. But it's been so long since I've seen you. You've graduated and you're on break, and you can't come visit your old grandpa? Serena had planned to visit, but she wanted to stay close to me, so she didn't. She follows his lead. Grandpa, I've been taking driving lessons lately. Once I get my license, Lily and I will come see you. Grandpa Sue's tone shifts. Actually, there's something I need to tell you. You're an adult now. As the future heir of the SU family, it's time for you to begin specialized training and trials. Serena knows this is a responsibility she can't avoid. She straightens up. I'll come to you tomorrow, Grandpa. Only then does Grandpa Sue nod, satisfied. I'll be waiting then. She hesitates. Grandpa Liam wants to stay here, Serena asks carefully, hoping more than anything that I'll come with her. Grandpa Sue sighs. Serena, Liam doesn't belong to the Sue family. Where he goes is entirely up to him. Unless he's willing on his own, Grandpa can only call and ask. Grandpa Sue sees right through it all. The two of them used to be so close, and now he's the one mediating. Grandpa, what if I want him to come with me? Serena blurts out. Grandpa Sue immediately understands. All right, let me call and ask him. I'll let you know. Moments later, Grandpa Sue video calls me. I'm at my desk flipping through a book I bought earlier, and the call catches me off guard. Still, I answer politely. Grandpa, you're still up? He laughs warmly. Just finished my medicine, going to bed soon. How have things been lately? How are you and Serena getting along? Nothing's happened, has it? I shake my head. We're fine, Grandpa. Everything here is good. No need to worry. Then Grandpa Sue shifts. So how did college applications go? Did you get into the same school as Serena? I pause, then look up and speak honestly. Grandpa Sue, I don't want to lie to you. I didn't apply to the same school as Miss Sue. I stop for a moment, then continue. I understand why you brought me from the orphanage into the SU family. You wanted me by Serena's side as she grew up. And if not as her husband, then as her closest companion. I was an orphan with no one. You gave me everything, and I should be grateful. But all the mistakes started in my past life. That night she and I crossed a line after drinking. Everything changed after that. The path I was meant to walk got twisted. I worked so hard for so many years, and in the end I was nothing more than a house husband. 6 years of marriage, not even a child to show for it. When all is said and done, my whole life was a joke. Now heaven has given me a second chance. This time, I choose for myself. Even Grandpa Sue, who has seen everything, is stunned by my words. Long silence. Then he speaks. Liam, have you really made up your mind? Are you sure this is what you want? It's not too late to change your mind. My voice is quiet and calm, but my resolve is unshakable. Grandpa Sue, my mind is made up. Miss Sue is brilliant. She doesn't need me. Thank you for everything the Sue family has done for me these past 3 years. If it comes to it, I can start looking for a place to move out tomorrow. A long silence. Then Grandpa Sue speaks slowly. Liam, I respect your decision. The Sue family's old house will always be there. That place will always be your home. Don't worry about Serena. I'll have her come stay with me tomorrow so she won't be in your way. But if there's anything left unsaid between you two, say it. Don't leave things with regret. I'm moved, despite myself. The truth is, I've always longed for a place to truly call my own. In my past life, I loved Serena. I thought wherever she was, that was home. But somewhere in these 3 years, this place became home to me. Thank you, Grandpa Sue. My mind is made up. School starts at the beginning of next month. I'll leave by the end of this month. Thank you for everything. I'll never forget your kindness. Grandpa Sue understands perfectly. The more polite I am, the more I want to cut ties with the SU family. He thinks back to what Serena had said about forcing things, and even he isn't sure if this is a blessing or a curse. When the call ends, I feel a weight lift off my chest. It's finally out in the open, especially with Grandpa Sue, who has always looked out for me. Leaving will be a little easier now. School doesn't actually start at the beginning of next month, but I can head over early to settle in. After all, I'm used to being on my own. The very next morning, I head to my shift at the bubble tea shop like nothing has changed. I have no idea today is the day Serena leaves for the Sue family's secret training. When Serena realizes I'm not coming with her, and knowing she has no way out of this duty, she has her driver park near the shop where I work. From a distance, she watches me handle customers with ease, smiling as I hand out cup after cup. But the girl working beside me? Serena can't stand the sight of her. She immediately calls Lily and tells her to change the schedule so I'm not working alongside that girl. She even makes a point of saying only male coworkers should be paired with me. Lily bursts out laughing on the phone. You can't even handle this much? And you still won't admit you like Liam? Serena snaps back. Stop talking nonsense, and hangs up. But inside, she's quietly thinking, if this is your choice, I respect it. See you at Qingbei University. That evening, I finally learn Serena has left. I eat dinner in silence, not a single word. 10 days later, I collect my first full month's pay from the shop and start packing. I don't own much. One small suitcase holds everything. On the 11th day, I spend the money I earned on some gifts and visit the orphanage. Director Mom sees me coming and pulls me in for a long, warm conversation. I tell her goodbye. I'm going to university. I leave tomorrow. I probably won't be able to come back as often to see the kids. She looks both reluctant to let go and quietly proud. She says it again and again. Take care of yourself out there. Become someone who gives back to the world. I nod with full sincerity. Thank you. I will. That same day, I buy my train ticket. On the 12th day, the acceptance letter from Huabei University arrives at the Sue family villa. On the morning of the 13th day, I ask Jay to see a movie with me. He doesn't know it's my way of saying goodbye. At 3 in the afternoon, I pick up my suitcase and board the train out of the city. I tell no one. Leave without a sound. This city won't miss me. One more or one less, it makes no difference. Everyone's. Life goes on exactly as before. My leaving changes nothing for anyone. I sit by the window and watch the city I've lived in for 18 years slowly fade into the distance. The capital, the Sue family villa, the person I can't stop thinking about yet desperately want to let go. All of it falls behind me. Meanwhile, Serena is at the old estate handling affairs for the SU Corporation. She has always been prepared for this. As the heir to the SU family, she has never had the luxury of saying no. Her phone is confiscated during training. She has no idea what's happening outside. Then one day her trainer hands her phone back. Rest today. After this, 2 more weeks of intensive training. Go recover. I'm looking forward to what you'll show me next. You're going to be the finest heir the SU family has ever had. Serena takes the phone, expression as cool as ever. She simply nods. The moment her phone turns on, the class group chat lights up. It's a message from the class president sent yesterday. Tomorrow's my birthday. Since everyone's heading off to different cities for school, let's use this as an excuse to get together one last time. Everyone has to show up. The replies come flooding in. Someone asks in the chat, will Liam come? Serena thinks of me, always the quiet one, always just there, and a soft ache stirs in her chest. A whole month without a word. Does he even think about her? An event like this, Liam would never miss it. At the farewell dinner, he even sang a song and she still has it saved on her phone. The thought of seeing me again fills her with a strange, restless excitement. She rushes through a shower, picks out a red dress and checks herself in the mirror. She remembers that I always seem to like her in this. Once she's ready, Serena goes to say a quick goodbye to Grandpa Sue, then heads out toward the city. She's so caught up in her excitement that she misses the way Grandpa Sue opens his mouth and then stops himself. This feeling, this fluttery, eager anticipation, she hasn't felt it in a very long time. Right now, her feelings for me are unmistakable. There's longing, there's excitement, and beneath it all, a thread of nervousness. It's only been a month, and yet she's feeling all of this. All she wants now is to see me as soon as possible. The drive from the capital takes 4 hours. By the time she reaches the city, it's already 6 in the evening. Lily is waiting at the junction and gives her a long look up and down the moment they meet. 8 months apart, and you've already changed. Not bad at all. Only Lily would ever tease her like this. Well, you actually dressed up, that's rare. Don't tell me you got all pretty just to see me. Serena gives her a light smack on the head. Stop talking, just drive. Lily starts the car, laughing. What's the rush? You just want to see a certain someone, right? A few more minutes won't kill you. The class president Savior is coming. She's so well liked. Liam will definitely be there. Serena stares out at the blur of scenery rushing past, her heart a tangle of emotions. A whole month apart. The first real separation since they met. For 3 straight years I followed her around like her personal shadow. She thought all she felt for me was irritation. Yet here she is, desperate to see me. Most of the classmates are already in the private room when they arrive, and the energy is electric. Lily and Serena's entrance still causes a stir. Everyone assumed they wouldn't show. After all, I'm not here. In everyone's eyes, the three of us have always been a unit. I was always at Serena's side. Lily, Serena, we thought you weren't coming. You're late. We said 6 o'clock and it's already 6:30. Come on, penalty drink first. A guy calls out, clearly close with Lily. Without a word, Lily takes the glass and throws it back. He turns to Serena, his voice dropping a little. Miss Sue, how about one for you too? Serena's in a good mood today. She takes the glass without hesitation and drinks it in one go. Seeing her so relaxed, no one dares overstep and everyone quickly makes room for her to sit. The whole room is buzzing with energy, but Serena's gaze sweeps slowly across the room. She can't find the one face she's looking for. Her eyes finally land on Jay's corner. Jay is my closest friend, so if Jay is here, logic says I should be too. But Jay is sitting alone, drinking in silence, as if the party around him belongs to a different world. Lily notices too. She walks over and drops into the seat beside him, snatching the bottle out of his hand. What's going on? Why are you drinking alone? Since the 4 of them went to the movies in Ocean Park together, the 2 of them have gotten noticeably closer. Jay is not much of a drinker, and already half a bottle in, his head is spinning. Oh, it's you, Lily. I'm not drinking because I'm bored. I'm drinking because I'm unhappy. You know what? Liam left for school. He just left, without even telling me. So much for loyalty. He slurs on. Do you think he found out about that day? Is he angry at me? His eyes go wet as he talks. Do you know what school he got into? Do you? You'd never guess. He takes another sip. This stuff tastes awful. I don't know how anyone drinks this. Lily freezes, barely processing what she just heard. She grabs the bottle out of his hand again and snaps. Jay, stop drinking. Sober up. What did you just say? Say it again? What do you mean? This can't be what I think it is. She steals a glance at Serena sitting beside her, face completely blank. Just moments ago Serena was in such a good mood. Now it's as if the air around her has turned to ice. Jay doesn't care about any of that. He simply slumps forward onto the table and passes out cold. Lily shakes him hard. Jay, this is not the time to sleep. Wake up and answer me. She makes enough noise that the whole room turns to stare. The class president walks over. You're looking for Liam, aren't you? I know he's not here today. He left 2 weeks ago. Probably went to start university. He left the group chat too. Nobody knows where. The class president actually knows I applied to Hubei University, but since I clearly don't want people to know, he says nothing. The moment the words leave his mouth, the entire room goes silent. Lily can't bring herself to look at Serena. She can already picture exactly how bad it is. Wait, I remember Liam's college application said Qingbei University. We even submitted it for him. How could he be going somewhere else? The class president thinks for a moment. He must have gone to the homeroom teacher to change his application later. Beyond that, I don't know. Honestly, Liam was closest to the 2 of you. You'd think he would have told you. But the truth is, since graduation, I haven't reached out to them once. With Serena, I've been treating her like a complete stranger. Serena scans the room one more time. No sign of me. She doesn't linger. She turns and walks out. Her mind is in chaos. The heart that came here full of hope feels like it's been torn wide open. He left. He didn't want her. She should have known this. She just gave herself too much credit. Serena, wait for me! Where are you going? Lily rushes after her. Serena flags down a cab and heads straight to the Sue family villa. 20 minutes later, she steps out of the cab. The villa is completely dark. She steps inside, clinging to a thread of hope. The living room is immaculate. Could I still be here? Liam, are you here? Silence. Serena refuses to give up. She takes the stairs quickly, walks to my bedroom door. She hesitates, then pushes it open. The room still holds a faint trace of my presence, but I'm gone. An inexplicable emptiness washes over her. The shelf where I kept my books stands completely bare. Every book I'd flipped through countless times, gone. Even the notebooks I'd leave lying around have vanished. Every trace of me has been erased, as if I never lived here at all. Not a single mark left behind. Serena sinks onto the bed and calls my number. A robotic voice answers, "We're sorry, the number you have dialed is currently switched off." She doesn't stop. She calls again and again. The Sam recorded message over and over. She tries sending a video call on WeChat. A red exclamation point appears. I've blocked her. Liam, why are you doing this? She murmurs to herself. They've known each other so long. She hasn't done anything that terrible. He didn't even give her a chance to confess. She hasn't even figured out her own own feelings, and he's already gone this far? Does he really think she can't live without him? Ridiculous. There are plenty of people who'd love to be at her side. He was only ever here because she felt sorry for him. An orphan, who actually cares about someone like that. Fine. If this is your choice, I won't come looking for you. Liam, as you wish. Serena strides out of the room that once held my life. Lily has been waiting downstairs. One look at Serena's face and she speaks carefully. Serena, are you okay? Where is Liam? Should we go find him? Serena gives her a cold glance. Take me back to the capital, and don't ever say his name in front of me again. He has nothing to do with me anymore. Lily knows better than to push. She gets in the car and drives. You can stay here or go back to your own place. Up to you. Serena drops that line and goes straight to find Grandpa Sue. Lily's family is originally from the capital. She had chosen to follow Serena to the city for school. Serena had gone there in the first place because, back in middle school, she was kidnapped. By chance, I was the one who saved her. But she ran a high fever from her injuries and lost all memory of me. So she's always believed I was simply someone Grandpa Sue took in. He kept her in that city for high school to protect her. But the full picture is far more complicated than that. Keeping Serena there was genuinely about keeping her safe. Serena knocks and enters Grandpa Sue's study. He sets down the papers in his hand and speaks calmly. So you know. Serena nods. Grandpa, have you been hiding something from me? Grandpa Sue lets out a long, heavy sigh. Serena, the only thing I can tell you is that Liam owes the SU family nothing. He comes and goes as he pleases. Don't go looking for him. Serena still can't let it go. Grandpa, did you know he was going to leave? When? Did he start planning this? Grandpa Sue sighs. The very night you left the city, he told me he had applied to a different school. He was clear. He wanted to leave, and he asked me not to try to stop him. Liam is a good kid. If it's not meant to be, let it go. Serena's response is unnervingly calm. Okay, Grandpa, I understand. Don't worry. He's the one who left first. I won't go looking for him. Grandpa Sue watches her and feels more uneasy than ever. Serena, go get some rest. You have more intensive training tomorrow. If Serena had shown even a flicker of pain, he could breathe easier. But the calmer she is, the more unsettled he feels. He knows his granddaughter better than anyone. She would never have tolerated me hovering by her side for 3 years unless she had real feelings for me. And now I've left without a word. How could she possibly be this calm? He knows that young people have to live through these things themselves. He can only hope that Serenado hasn't let herself get stuck. He just never expected me to be so ruthless about it, leaving without a single moment of hesitation. He had seen so clearly how much I cared for Serena back then. But where exactly I've gone, even he doesn't know. By now I've been at Wabe University for half a month. The Department of Fragrance Arts operates differently from the rest. The faculty stays on campus year-round, always present. Classes start earlier than any other department. When I arrived to register, I checked into the dorms at the same time. The Department of Fragrance Arts is unlike anything else. The coursework is vast. Traditional Chinese medicine, Western medicine, the theory behind every botanical and medicinal ingredient, and both the theory and practice of fragrance design. Fortunately, in my past life, I studied medicine at Qingbei University. My knowledge of herbal medicine is already solid, so learning fragrance design comes naturally. In just half a month, I've already made real progress. I can produce Focus Incense Seed 30% purity. In fragrance design, quality is measured by purity level. The higher the purity, the higher the grade. Focus incense isn't something that takes years to master. The real challenge is the purity. Right now, the best Focus incense on the market tops out at 60%. I stare at the incense I've just made, brow furrowed. I turn to Ms. He. Which step am I getting wrong? Why is there still such a gap? The truth is, Ms. He is already astonished I've managed to produce Focus incense at all, let alone at 30% purity, and on the very first try. I've only been learning for half a month. I'm clearly a natural, and yet I'm not satisfied. I keep picking it apart. Ms. He thinks of her younger self and clears her throat awkwardly. Liam, you succeeded on the very first try. That already makes you remarkable. You can't rush everything. You've only been at this for 2 weeks. I believe you'll reach much higher purities in time. Ms. He, I think I've got a new idea. There's another combination of herbs I want to try. Ms. He stares at me blankly. All that encouragement, completely wasted. She'd said it all for nothing. She has high hopes for me, so she steps back and quietly waits. I place the ingredients for the Focus incense into the vessel, turning the properties of each herb over in my mind. In the end, I swap out one cold-natured herb for a neutral one. Half an hour later, the new batch of Focus incense is done. The moment I lift the lid, waves of fragrance pour out. Ms. He can no longer stay calm. How is this possible? How can ordinary Focus incense smell this rich? The purity must be at least 60. She steps forward quickly, drawn by the scent. I examine the improved incense. It's almost translucent. Is this because the purity went up? I ask, puzzled. Ms. He, should we go check the purity of this Focus incense? It looks strange. Did I fail? But based on what I know about these herbs, this should actually be more refined. And Ms. He's name is He Qian. She comes from the He family, a dynasty of fragrance masters. With only average talent, she's now 40 years old and still holds only a mid-level fragrance certification. Her highest purity achieved is 50%. Her family gave up on her long ago. That's why she was sent away to run the Fragrance Association in the city. She had assumed this would be her life, just drifting through to the end, but then she sees the Focus incense I've just made and something inside her wakes up. She presses a finger to her lips, then carefully picks up the incense. She smells it, examines it closely, and carries it to the purity testing machine. 3 minutes pass. A clear chime sounds. The display reads, Focus incense incense, purity 65%. MS's breath nearly stops. She can barely believe it's real. The highest purity of focus incense ever produced anywhere in the world is 60. She herself has never surpassed 50. And yet this student of hers, only 2 weeks in, on only his second attempt, has just hit 65. In that moment, the way she looks at May is nothing short of hungry. I look like her entire future. Liam, how did you just do that? Can you walk me through every step? The purity jumped so much between 2 attempts. What exactly did you do differently? She's desperate for answers. The secret to higher purity, what sets me apart from the He family's other prodigies, and whether she's truly as talentless as everyone says. I didn't expect Ms. He to seem so ordinary most of the time, and yet lose herself completely the moment fragrance is involved. I explain, I simply swapped one cold-natured herb for this one. Think about it. Focus incense is designed to calm the mind. A cold-natured herb works against. It's also not great for the body. We don't have any yang herbs here, but if we could substitute firegrass, the effect would probably be even better. As he immediately presses record button and captures every word. I continue. I was just experimenting, because I studied pharmacology before and made medicinal compounds. I figured the principles of fragrance design can't be too different from making medicine, so I gave it a shot. Honestly, I didn't expect it to actually work. I lay out everything I know and everything I've thought through. When I finish, He is practically vibrating with excitement. Liam, you are my lucky star. Wait here. I'm having firegrass sent over right now. We're doing this again. She immediately calls her assistant, telling her to get the herbs there within 5 minutes. The assistant hasn't seen her boss this worked up in years. After a decade of being sent away to the city, He had gradually gone numb. But today, her voice sounds like a completely different person. The problem is, 5 minutes to deliver is physically impossible. Even running flat out, the assistant only makes it in 8. She opens her mouth to apologize, but He doesn't give her the chance. She snatches the herbs and hands them straight to me, watching me with barely contained anticipation. Try again. I don't understand why He is so tense. It's just another attempt. I take the herbs, swap in the firegrass, and load everything into the vessel. High heat first, then medium as the temperature climbs, then low to finish. Half an hour later, the incense is ready. I let out a quiet breath of relief. I'm about to reach for it, but Miss He gets there first. The assistant, caught up in her boss's energy, stands rigid beside her. The lid comes off, and rich, impossibly pure waves of fragrance pour into the room. Miss He's hands are trembling as she carefully lifts the incense and brings it to her nose. She examines it closely. The assistant, having worked with her boss for years, knows quality when she sees it. What a beautiful color, almost transparent. The purity has to be above 80. Oh my, I've never seen focus incense this pure. I've never seen anything like it either. I stare at it, struck by how beautiful it is. It's stunning, I say, almost wistfully. If the vessel were made from Haitian jade, the color and purity would probably be even more refined. We thought this was already the best it could be, and yet there's still room to go further. Is that true? Miss He's heart is racing. She's never heard any of this before. Isn't glass the best material for the vessel? And I watched you adjust the heat the whole time. Does that really make a difference? I smile. Miss He, let's set that aside for now. Let's test the purity first. I'm curious too. I finally feel a sense of accomplishment. Half a month of work, and something has finally broken through. He sets the incense on the testing machine. 3 minutes pass. A chime sounds. The display reads, Focus incense, purity 95%. Her breath nearly stops. She can't believe it's real. The world record for focus incense purity is 60, and this student of hers, half a month of training, third attempt, just hit 95. She is too overwhelmed to speak. If what I said is true, could a Hedian jade vessel push it all the way to 100? It takes a full 10 minutes for Ms. He to come back to herself. She turns to her assistant. Xiao Lu, go find the finest Hedian jade available and have this mold made. Exact dimensions, 1:1. The assistant snaps back to reality. Yes, boss, I'm on it. 3 days guaranteed. She hurries out. Ms. He glances at the clock. It's already 5 in the afternoon. She turns to me. Liam, welcome to the Department of Fragrance Arts. It's almost dinner time. Would you let me treat you? And if you don't mind, I'd love to hear in detail exactly how you did all of this. Honestly, I still can't figure out why Ms. He is so worked up, and I don't understand why she keeps asking the same question. But out of respect, I agree to dinner and answer everything she asks. Ms. He, honestly, it's because I grew up around traditional medicine. I'm an orphan, raised in an orphanage from birth. The director was a traditional medicine doctor who treated patients and sold herbal remedies to keep the orphanage running. Over the years, I picked it all up. I finish explaining. Liam, Miss He says suddenly, can I take you as my teacher? I freeze. I stare at Miss He and nearly knock my chair back standing up. She could be my mother, and she wants to be my student, and she looks completely serious. Miss He, please don't joke about this. I've only been studying fragrance design for 15 days. I don't know anything. How could I possibly teach you? Miss He sighs. I knew you'd say no. My talent is just too poor. I quickly reassure her. You're being too modest. You're a professor in this department. How could you call yourself untalented? I genuinely don't think that. It's just that I really don't know anything yet. I've barely started. Mizzy shakes her head. You have the highest natural talent for fragrance design I've ever seen. Give it a year, and the entire world will be chasing your work. By then, Everyone will want to meet you, countless people will want to learn from you, and where would that leave me? This is the first time anyone has ever said something like that about me. In my past life, my entire world revolved around one woman. After just 1 year of work, I became a house husband, and I was terrible at it. There was a time when I doubted myself, completely convinced I was worthless. In this new life, all I want is to find my own worth, to do what I love, to do something that matters. The idea of becoming a truly great fragrance master, that's something I never even dared to dream of. Ms. He, is that really true? My heart is racing. She nods with a smile. You don't have to trust my skill as a perfumer, but you can trust my eye for talent. Your gift for fragrance design is almost frightening. It won't be long before you're the best in the world. My eyes light up as if I can already see it happening. Ms. He, I won't let you down. When the day comes that I'm a top-tier fragrance master, and you still want to be my student, I'll say yes without hesitation. For now though, I'm still too new at this. Let's learn from each other. You're still my teacher, the one who first showed me the way into this world. Ms. He is even more moved now. Thank you, Liam. You've given me hope. I'll do everything in my power to help you grow as fast as possible. I'll bring you some specialized books soon. After dinner, we go our separate ways. I sit with the books Ms. He gave me and read carefully. The school hasn't officially started yet, so I have the dorm room to myself. Thinking about what Ms. He said, something stirs in my chest. Maybe I really can become the person I could only envy in my past life. Coming here was truly the right choice. I found Ms. He here, and whether she truly lacks talent or not, she is undoubtedly the person who saw what I had. For the past 2 weeks I've been either reading or running experiments. Today, Ms. He rushes to call me to the lab. She says there's a surprise waiting for me. When I arrive, the first thing I see is the fragrance vessel crafted from premium Hedian jade, its luminous surface catching the light with a soft, silky glow, the grains smooth and exquisitely carved. This is incredible, I breathe. T explains, we thought it would be straightforward to make, but it ended up taking half a month. Top gritty Hessian jade is hard to source, and a piece this size even harder to find. That's what caused the delay. In my past life, as a son-in-law of the SU family, I'd seen my share of rare treasures, but a Hessian jade vessel of this quality is genuinely rare. I nod in agreement. Ms. He, this is extraordinary, precious and valuable. Isn't it a waste to use it just for making incense? Xiaolu steps in quickly. Mr. Liam, don't worry. Our boss lives and breathes fragrance. If it means better incense, no cost is too high. Please go ahead. We all want to see what happens. Ms. He watches me with the same eager look. In the past 2 weeks, she has spent more time in this lab than in the past 6 months combined. By learning from my techniques, her purity has climbed from 50 to 70, just one step away from senior certification. I don't hesitate any longer. Place each of the prepared herbs into the Hedian jade vessel. Once I start, my technique is noticeably more precise. Jade and glass conduct heat differently, so the temperature control has toe shift accordingly. The most critical thing is even heating. Not too hot to damage the herbs, but not too cool to prevent proper fusion. The precision required is extreme. Fortunately, I've been tending fires and making medicine with the director since I was 5. My hands know exactly what to do. Ms. He, just practice a few more times. So much of this is muscle memory. Once it clicks, it comes naturally. Knowing how eager Ms. He is to learn, I hold nothing back. I explain each key technique as I adjust the heat. 40 minutes later, the process is complete. By this point, I'm probably the only calm person in the room. The long stretch of focused work has tired me out. I reach for a tissue and dab the sweat from my temple. Ms. He, on the other hand, is already trembling all over, her hand shaking beyond her control. Xiaolu can't hold back either. She says softly, "Boss, if you're too nervous, let me open it." Having been with Ms. He for years, she knows that 95% focus incense was already extraordinary. And now, thinking about what might be inside, her heart is hammering in her chest. Ms. He takes a slow, deep breath, then lifts the lid of the Hessian jade vessel herself. A fragrance more rich and clear than anything before floods the room. Trembling, she cups the incense in her hands and lifts it out. It's pure white all the way through, nearly transparent, its texture so refined it looks like moonlight set into solid form. Not a single impurity. She stands completely still, eyes wide with something that goes beyond shock, as if she's witnessing a miracle. I speak quietly. Just as I expected, this is perfect. Ms. He, shall we test the purity first? She snaps back to reality, nodding rapidly, and carries the incense quickly to the testing machine. 5 minutes pass. A clear chime rings out. The display reads clearly, "Focus incense, purity, 100%. Ms. He's breath nearly stops. She keeps repeating, 100. It's really 100. I catch Zhao Lu's eye and gesture for us to slip out. Zhao Lu, still in shock, gives a respectful nod and follows. It isn't until a full hour after I leave at Ms. He finally comes down from the high. Then she bursts out laughing. "We did it! We actually did it!" She keeps saying it, gripping Zhao Lu's arm, and her eyes slowly fill with tears. I finally know what the problem was. It was never that I lacked talent. They simply never told me the core secrets of fragrance design. They used it as an excuse to push me out of the capital. Zhao Lu watches her boss fall apart and feels her own chest tighten. Ms. He was the rightful heir of the He family, and her own family betrayed her. 10 years, exiled to this city. Boss, I've never regretted following you. Xiaoliu says, her voice catching. I will never forget what you did for me. Not a single day have I regretted it. Today is September 3rd. School officially begins, and the campus is packed with students arriving to register. It's alive with noise and excitement. When I get back to the dorm, there's a new roommate. He's in a black utility jacket, haircut clean and sharp, effortlessly cool. When I walk in, he reaches out a hand. Hey, I'm Zach, second year, fragrance arts. Looks like we're roommates. I introduce myself in return. Liam, first year, same department. Wow, freshman, you're seriously good looking. Zach's eyes light up. Then he looks curious. But how are you already moved? Does the school even allow that? I didn't get this when I was a freshman. Doesn't fragrance arts start 2 weeks early? I got me enrollment notice and came right away. The dorm was already assigned. I explain. Zach's mouth drops open. That makes sense. Must be different every year. Oh, by the way, I'm the student council president for the department. Lots to handle today. Let's catch up tonight. He's out the door in seconds. I tend to warm up to people slowly, not one to push for connection right away, so I pull out a foundational text on fragrance and read quietly at my desk. Around 3 in the afternoon, the third roommate arrives with his mother carrying his bags. He walks in with the effortless entitlement of someone who's always been spoiled, immediately complaining that the room is too small and the lighting too dim. I find the room too noisy, so I grab my bag and laptop and head to the library, settled by the window. Thinking of how deeply he is devoted to fragrance design, I open a new document and write out the full process for making focus incense. From selecting the herbs, choosing the vessel, to controlling the heat. Every step is laid out clearly, especially the details of temperature adjustment. I even add simple diagrams so that when he practices, she won't have to figure everything out the hard way. When I'm done, I take out the 5 advanced fragrance formulas he gave me and start working through them. Meanwhile, at the gates of Qingbei University, Serena and Lily pull up in a sleek sports car. After 2 weeks of intensive training, the air around Serena has grown even colder. There's a sharpness to her expression now it wasn't there before. Whatever warmth she still carried, whatever was left, has vanished with my departure. Lily looks at her and thinks privately that she's now completely untouchable, but that thought barely finishes forming before she sees a guy deliberately walk into Serena, using the momentum to fall right into her arms. Lily blinks. With Serena's reflexes, there's no way she didn't see that coming. She let him. Lily studies the guy. He's decent looking, but nowhere close to Liam's level. Lily sidles over, barely hiding her amusement, but Serena's brow is already deeply furrowed. She had instinctively thought it was me. The guy's build and haircut are similar enough that she didn't dodge in time. Lily's voice snaps her back. Serena takes 2 quick steps back, putting distance between herself and the guy. Her tony's flat, as if she's addressing furniture. Can I help you? The guy's eyes go red. His voice trembles with hurt. Serena, it's me, Fang. We grew up together. We were in the same class. In middle school. Did you forget me after you transferred? He was reborn. In his past life, he arranged to have Serena targeted, but he never anticipated that it would send her spiraling into madness and destroy everything he had. After being reborn, he made a decision. Fame doesn't matter. What matters is becoming the SU family's son-in-law. That's the path to everything he wants. So this time, he didn't go abroad. He stayed at Qingbei on purpose, all to get close to Serena before I could. Serena's frown deepens. The name means nothing to her. All she sees is a nuisance of a guy who tears up at the slightest thing. Nothing like Liam, who has never once shown weakness in front of her. In her world, men have always come in only 2 kinds, Liam and everyone else. I don't remember you, she says, not a ripple in her voice. Move. I have to go register, and she's off. Long strides, no looking back. Lily rushes to follow, secretly filming the whole thing and sending it to the high school group chat caption. Someone tried to make a move on Serena. Got iced on the spot. Thoughts and prayers. After they finish registering, Lily asks, so what now? We can't just go back to the dorm on the first day. The library, Serena says evenly. I'm doing a dual degree, computer science and medical school. 4 years, no time to waste. I need to start now. Lily stops dead in her tracks, staring in disbelief. The academic world is beyond me. All right, I'm going to enjoy myself. Call me if anything comes up. As if. She finally broke free from high school. All she wants now is to fall in love and actually live her university life. Studying is for Serena. Lily turns around and texts a few of her friends at Qingbei, booking a private room at a lounge near campus. Inside, one of the girls suddenly pulls out her phone and opens a website. She points at the screen. Look at this! Now that is a genuinely stunning guy. Too bad he's a freshman at Huabei University. If he were here, I would have gone after him already. Lily isn't paying attention until she hears the words Huabei University. She lands in automatically. The moment she sees the face in the photo, her pupils contract. A guy in simple clothes, sitting by a library window, sunlight falling across him. If that isn't Liam, who is it? The comment shave already exploded. Which school is this guy from? Unreal. Top campus heartthrob across the 10 best universities this year. He'd take first place, no contest. Anyone have info? Any Huabei students who can help? Lily scrolls through every single comment, equal parts stunned and delighted. This Liam quietly ran all the way out there and turned into a campus heartthrob? Not bad. Lily, you okay? The girl notices her expression and frowns. I'm fine, Lily says, a small smile crossing her face. Just found something interesting. Hey, what is this site can? You see stuff from other schools in here? here? The girl sends her the link. It's the National University Network, dedicated to sharing the latest news from campuses across the country. Lily pulls it up on her own phone immediately, finds the post about me, saves the photo, then turns to the others. Keep going without me. I've got something to handle. I already settled the bill. Next time. She hurries over to Qingbei's library and finds Serena tucked in the far corner. Serena's head is down, fingers moving fast across her notebook, the cold radiating off her, keeping everyone else at a safe distance. Lily tiptoes over and snatches the book right out of her hands. Serena doesn't even glance up. Her pen keeps moving. Say what you came to say or leave. Ouch, that really hurts, Lily drawls, stretching out every word. I came here, first thing, to bring you news about Liam. If you don't want to hear it, I'll just go. The moment the name leaves her mouth, Serena's hand goes still. She looks up for the first time and something shifts in those cool detached eyes, staring straight at Lily. Lily is fighting every instinct to burst out laughing, because if she does, the next second she'd probably get hit. She takes out her phone, finds the photo, and sends it to Serena on WeChat. See for yourself. Is that Liam? Serena opens WeChat. The moment the photo loads, it's as if her blood turns cold and stops moving. Only now, in this moment, does she realize just how much she has missed me. A month and a half, and every cell in her body is screaming with longing. But the Liam in that photo looks the same as always. If anything, more at ease, more strikingly handsome than before. Where is he? Where did this come from? There's a barely perceptible tremor in her voice. Lily opens the National University Network and shows her. He's at Hubei University studying fragrance arts. Looks like he's doing just fine. From the city all the way to here. That's a flight away. He clearly doesn't want anything to do with us. Just hiding. Serena's lips press into a thin line. She knows it too. She had already decided to let me go, and then fate puts this in front of her. How is she supposed to just ignore this? I see. Don't worry. I'm not going to do anything right now. She pauses, then asks suddenly, if we can see posts from Hubei, can they see ours too? Probably. Serena, what are you planning? Lily feels a flicker of unease. When Serena gets an idea in her head, there's no stopping her. Serena, please don't look at me like that. You're scaring me. Serena picks the book back up, flipping through it as if she's fully absorbed, but her voice is perfectly calm. Take a few photos of me, make them look good. Lily is completely thrown. Serena never lets anyone photograph her, except on the rare occasions she'd cooperate when I was around, but Lily doesn't dare ask questions. She shoots from different angles, takes several shots, and nervously shows them for approval. What shocks Lily even more is that Serena starts editing the photos herself, then uses Lily's phone to create an anonymous account on the site and posts 3 of them. She hands the phone back. Done. You're free to go. The effect is immediate and undeniable. Within less than an hour, the post breaks 1,000 comments, almost entirely from guys. Which school is she from? She's gorgeous, and studying in the library. Already obsessed. Anyone have info? Drop the contact. Found her. She's Serena Su family princess from the capital, admitted to Qingbei on academic excellence this year. What a life. Beautiful, brilliant, and from the best family. I'm going after her. Someone even pulls up my post alongside hers, saying the campus beauty and heartthrob of this year's top 10 universities is clearly the 2 of us. Fang sees all of it, his fists curling tight with envy. Then something clicks. He grabs his phone and posts his most polished headshot, then floods the comments from a fake account, crafting an image. Good-looking, academically sharp, and an already successful actor who earned his place through pure, hard work, with a privileged background on top of it all. His post spreads fast. At the same time, the fact that I grew up in an orphanage gets dug up and exposed. Suddenly, the internet starts pushing the narrative that Serena and Fang are the perfect pair, the golden couple, while I get painted as an orphan reaching above his station. Fang sees the wave building and steps away, satisfied, to take a shower. And all of this I know absolutely nothing about. I've just gotten back to the dorm from the library. All 3 roommates are already in, huddled around their phones looking at posts. As Hubei students, they've caught onto the whole Serena and Liam situation spreading online. When I walk in, they can't help but fill me in. I just smile lightly. Thanks for looking out for me. But I don't care about any of that, and honestly, those 2 do look like a good match. Let's not waste time on this kind of nonsense going forward. I pause and add weight to my next words. I genuinely don't know who Serena Su is, and I would never have feelings for her. There's nothing to be upset about. The more I say it, the closer I get to believing it myself. The shadow that flickers through my eyes goes unnoticed. The other 3, seeing that I'm genuinely unbothered, finally change the subject. Good that you can let it go. Now that we're all here, let's properly introduce ourselves. I'm Zach, 2nd year fragrance arts from this city. I'm Jordan, 3rd year fragrance arts local. I'm Hugo, 1st year fragrance arts from the capital. I'm Liam, 1st year fragrance arts also from this city. Jordan laughs easily. Looks like I'm the oldest, so consider me your older brother. Come to me for anything, school, life, whatever. I've lived in this city for 20 years. I know it inside and out. Can't believe our whole room ended up in fragrance arts, and we've even got a little brother all the way from the capital. Hugo is a little shy. His voice is soft, and a birthmark on his face seems to make him self-conscious. I just got here. Hope everyone looks out for me. As he says it, he reaches into his bag and pulls out 3 gifts, handing one to each of us. A little something to say hello. Hope it's okay. I take the neatly wrapped box and look at the logo. It's an iPhone full bundle. Zach has already torn his open. No, wait, is this an iPhone 19 Pro Max? That's way too much. I can't accept this. Hugo, I appreciate it really, but it's too generous. I can't take it either. Hugo goes rigid like a startled rabbit. His voice drops even lower. It didn't cost me anything. It's just a small gesture. Please take it. He drops his head, unable to look at any of us, dreading rejection. I look at him, all that nervousness, and accept the phone. Hugo, I love it. Thank you, seriously. I'll take you to dinner sometime. The other two take theirs, as well, clearly delighted. None of us expected the quiet, shy one to be quietly loaded. In truth, I've long since grown used to having no family. But after the other three learn I'm an orphan from what they read online, they all feel a pull to look out for me. Each of them has family helping them settle in. I have no one. And yet, I outwork all of them, spending the first day of school in the library. Meanwhile, Serena reads the forum post calling her and Fang the perfect couple, and her face goes dark. Expressionless, she opens her laptop and her fingers move fast across the keyboard. In minutes, the post is gone without a trace. Only then does her mood lift slightly. Lily leans over and watches, then lets out a low whistle. Was that really necessary? You had to bring out the hacker moves for this? Ugly guys never give up. This kind of stunt, I saw it in elementary school. Already. Serena grabs a can of soda from the mini fridge and tilts her head back for a long sip. Lily shrugs. But, have you thought about it? If you got paired with some other guy online, do you think Liam would get jealous? Don't you want to see that? Don't. You want to know once and for all if he actually likes you? Serena goes still. She looks at Lily with something like approval. Out of everything you've ever done in your life, this is your one smart moment. She settles back in front of her laptop and pulls up the post she just deleted, restores it, and this time goes further, pinning it to the top of the page where it's impossible to miss. Serena herself doesn't even realize that Lily has pulled her completely off course. Her whole mind is now on me. I'm not letting her insult me. You're the most capable person I know. There's nothing you can't handle, Lily says smoothly. Liam's probably seen the post by now. If he actually reaches out to ask about it, will you tell him the truth? She's noticed that every time Serena's conversation turns to me, something in her softens. She clearly loves talking about me. Serena turns to the window, gazing out at the city lights stretching into the night. Do you think, she says softly, he'll actually care?